Okay, so the demo really primarily focuses on obviously the be the driver aspect. There's no live the life. It's a loopable one-lap race of Spa, random conditions of wet or dry. The game difficulty is pre-configured for not the easiest setting, but the next one up. So it doesn't steer for you, but it begins to apply the brakes. It doesn't lock your brakes. You've got a bit of traction control. So it's easy for novices to pick up and play, and then begin to start downgrading the options. So hopefully, when you guys have a go in a minute, you'll get through. You'll build your confidence up, and then you'll want to start switching a few of these off. 5 different camera views, some bumper cam, cockpit, TV pod, and then there's 2 chase cams. The biggest feature innovation really for F1 2010 is obviously the weather system and active track technology, I can't even say it. So what that essentially means is in the dry, the track's basically got a memory. It knows how much rubber it's got in it, and how much dust it's got in it, marbles, rain, whatever is coming down on its surface. So in the dry, you come to a track, particularly a street track, it's dusty, slower lap times on the Friday practice. It's a fully simulated system, so you can see that these wheels here are actually physically picking the water off the racetrack and dumping it elsewhere. So there's no longer this volume of water, it's now this. Similarly with the rain coming down, if it comes down at a consistent value, then the sort of, you'll see a little wake behind the car in terms of the water, and then it will fill back in. So the best bit about the dynamic weather system is not when it's fully dry or even fully wet, it's those grey areas in between when it sort of stops raining or the rain eases off a little bit, and then these cars can dry the track very, very fast. All of that's scaled anyway based on the lap, but if you've got 100% race distance, you might have a situation where it's dry for the first 10 laps, then you'll start to see some clouds come in over the next 5 laps, and then all of a sudden the first rain beads are coming, and then it's your first problem. Do you come in straight away for tyres? That'll probably be intermediates at that time. Do you try and gamble to stay out on the slicks? Your race engineer's in your ear, it's not TV commentary. He'll be giving you advice, he'll be letting you know what other guys are doing, particularly your rivals, your teammate, what they're all doing in the game. Similarly, if it's fully wet and it begins to dry, you then got an equal problem in terms of the wet tyres will cook up really quick on a dry track, so you have to either stay on them and seek out the pools of water to cool your tyres down, or you have to come in and do a pit stop, get onto slicks, and then just be careful when you're overtaking people about getting onto the wet stuff.